Charmers are spellcasters who fight by borrowing the power of strong monsters. The main four are Asa the Earth Charmer, who's accompanied by Archfiend Marmot of the Nefarious, Hitsa the Fire Charmer and Foxfire, Aria the Water Charmer, who has Gigabite, and Wind the Wind Charmer, who's followed by Petite Dragon. When it's time to battle, each Charmer's partner transforms and possesses the Charmer, and while they're possessed, they're able to use their respective spiritual art to release the hidden powers inside their monsters. When they come together, they can perform a grand spiritual art. Asa uses spiritual earth art Kurogane to become familiar possessed Asa, which also turns her little Archfiend into an eater of nefariousness. Aria uses spiritual water art Aoi to become familiar possessed Aria, and her little Gigabite turns into Gigabite. Hita uses spiritual fire art Kurenai, and her little Firefox becomes Inari Fire. Wind uses spiritual wind art Miyabi to become familiar possessed Wind, and her Petite Dragon becomes Ranryu. And they awaken their possessed spirits, becoming awakened possessed Nefarious or Archfiend, Greater Inari Fire, Gigobite, and Rasen Ryu to win their battles. In their adulthood, the Charmers would become cataclysmic with their power. Asa becomes avalanching Asa and is the guardian of the earth. Aria becomes raging Aria, calling forth water attribute monsters. Hita becomes blazing Hita, freely controlling blazing flames. And Wind becomes storming Wind, mastering her control of the wind and can whip up tornadoes with ease. At some point, the Charmers would unpossess their respective monsters and partner up with new little creatures and continue to master their crafts and elements. Asa would become Asa the Earth Charmer immovable, Hita becoming Hita the Fire Charmer ablaze, Aria becomes Aria the Water Charmer gentle, and Wind would become Wind the Wind Charmer verdant. And that's the lore of how